Oh my god. My mind would explode. Generic control in the dock goes. We're back with the final part of the Sooubway series by the Odd1sOut. Today we have the fourth one, the final sandwich. You want to check out my reaction to episode 3 or Sooubway 3, I guess. I'll leave it right up there. Also be linked down below in the description. I don't know what that was. I just tried to breathe there and talk at the same time, and it was not a pleasant experience. But I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hopefully I can make it a little better. I read all your comments down below. So let me know what the next Odd1sOut video should be. This is only the fourth one I have ever seen. I've only ever seen the Sooubway series from him, but I've heard amazing things about him. He apparently also has a show on Netflix, and he's done a lot of videos with Jaden as well, which I've also reacted to a lot of Jaden animation videos as well. So those are really enjoyable, but I get all my video suggestions from the comment section. I'm also trying to do 100 videos this month, currently on pace to do so. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you don't want to miss future videos. You can check out my Jaden animation videos. I'm doing 2 Alfred videos a week. There's so many videos going live on the channel. I also bring my best friend Kirby on, and the channel absolutely loves her because she's just an amazing, funny, goofy person. That's why she's my best friend. But I'm excited to jump into Sooubway 4. I'm not sure why it only has 59 million views. Maybe because there's like a 2-year gap between that, because there's probably a 2-year gap between part 3 and part 4. So that's probably why, because the other ones he took like a year or a couple months. But let's go ahead and jump into Sooubway 4. Alright.
Sooubway will always hold a special place in my empty heart. Not because I have fond memories working there, but because some of you really liked it when I talked about working there.
Yeah,
and I made buckets with those videos compared to what I was making at Sooubway, which was nice. Apparently, I was hashtag relatable enough to connect with millions of people, and it took my channel to where it is today.
Oh,
and then less than 2 weeks later, I made a part 2 to that video, and I struck an even bigger chord with people.
Yes.
Who likes the sequel better than the original?
People think that I use the word Sooubway in my videos so I wouldn't get sued.
No.
This is not true.
Why does he do that?
Successful enough to get sued. They had other problems to deal with at the time. I called it Sooubway for a joke. In my first video, I said, I used to work at a very small local sandwich shop. I don't know if any of you guys heard of it. It's called Sooubway. I was making you think that I worked at an unknown place, and then I subverted your expectations by saying I worked at Sooubway. But now at this point in my career, I am calling my previous place of employment Sooubway because I don't want to get soobed. The most requests I get for a video is Sooubway Part 4, but I never really considered making another one because I don't work there anymore. I have no new stories to talk about the place. But something happened.
Also, his animations got a lot better.
And I do want to talk about it. You see, the Sooubway I used to work at closed down.
Oh no.
And I am so deeply upset at this news that the only way for me to cope is to make one last video about it.
Break into it and make one more sandwich.
After I quit working at Sooubway, I was behind on a video, so that meant I was in a mentally damaging mindset called crunch mode. I'd been working all
100
day,
videos a month.
I started getting hungry, and I still hadn't taken Floof on a walk, so I decided to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and eat Floof.
Oh my god.
I decided to take Floof on a walk to my local Sooubway. And before I entered the store, I picked up Floof and held her in my arms because I'm not a psychopath. I know taking your dog into a restaurant is tacky and a health code violation.
Is it really?
But this is a Sooubway we're talking about. I know how laid
more
back
locations.
it is
There
here.
are no rules.
There are no rules or health codes. One time when I was working at my Sooubway, this 10-year-old kid came in wearing a swimsuit
shirt, no sandwich.
and literally nothing else. And he was unsupervised. He didn't want a sandwich. All he wanted was a cookie. But this kid wasn't wearing shoes or a shirt. The 2 things you need to get service at a restaurant. So did I tell this shirtless delinquent to get lost? No, he had money, so I did business with him. I don't discriminate against shirtless people. Look, his mom was probably at the grocery store next door, and he just got done with swimming lessons, and he said something like, "Mother, I would be most grateful if you let me consume a pastry with high levels of sugar and simple carbohydrates."
Yes.
And his mom probably said, yeah, whatever, nerd. Go get something at Sooubway.
Whatever,
so
nerd.
The point of this story is to let you know that I was the kind of employee who, as long as you were willing to pay for your food, didn't care what you were wearing or what health code you were violating. This is a gosh darn Sooubway. So I walk in with Floof, and it's completely empty, by the way. Seems like I'm the only one in this town that even likes Sooubway. And the worker, aka the only other person in the store, said, "Is that a service animal?" Floof's not a service animal. Unless the service you want is someone to chew up all your stuff and bark at everyone. But she still emotionally supports me when I tell her, I'm gonna die alone. She tries to make me feel better by licking
I don't have
a
pet for that.
But I didn't want to lie to this guy about Floof's emotional support status, because if I said yes and he said prove it, I would be in trouble.
Okay,
so like the emotionally stable enough to not be the dog person that I am, I said, no. And he said, she can't be in here. If the health
Really?
inspector came in, they would fire me on the spot. Which, like, geez, dude, you're gonna let the health inspector treat you like that? Stand up for yourself once in a while.
Really?
So I said, okay,
Bye.
I'll leave. Yeah, there are other restaurants in walking distance, Sooubway
Yeah.
guy. The ramen place lets me order with floof in my arms all the time. I know this because I've already been there twice
Did
this
they try to
week,
take the dog?
and the only reason I'm even getting Sooubway is because I don't want the ramen employees thinking that I'm a weird guy who brings my non-emotional support dog everywhere. You missed out, Sooubway. Do you know who I am? I used to work here. And then the guy called my bluff. He said, wait,
What?
we can make it fast.
We
As
can
fast
make...
as Jimmy John's. This kid's standing up for himself.
I do like
I'm
Jimmy
proud of
John's.
him.
That's like
I
the
knew
go-to
exactly
gift card
what to
people
tell
get
him.
me.
I want a foot-long ham sandwich on Italian bread with American cheese. I know that's the hardest cheese to pull apart with gloves on, but
Yeah,
whatever.
he
He
didn't
sped
care.
run putting on the meat and cheese, and then he asked me what kind of vegetables. And in my mind, I went, hold
No
on.
vegetables.
You didn't ask me if I wanted it toasted. I see what you're doing. You're
Trying
trying
to
to
make
get
it
the
fast.
sandwich finished as quickly as
Yeah.
possible, so you're not even going to ask me if I want it toasted and hope I forgot.
Yes.
Well, it's okay, because I didn't want it toasted, but I'm onto you. And then Floof
Smart.
jumped over the counter, peed on the olives, and
Yeah.
bit the guy in the jugular.
Oh, nice.
And then licked the inside of his nose. Some people take their
He
job
deserved it.
way too seriously. Well, at least some Sooubway workers are more laid back like me. Like
A
this one
hammock
time not too
in
long
the
ago, I went back
fridge.
to the Sooubway I used to work at, and I didn't recognize any of the people there. But
Oh,
someone
yeah.
did get recognized in that store. Me. One of the workers said, "Are you the guy that made the cartoon about working
How does
here?"
he how does
And
he
I said,
recognize him?
Yeah.
I guess
And
he's
then I
done face
decided to make his
reveals
job
and stuff.
interesting by telling him, "Hey kid,
I used to
this
work
is
here.
the place."
This is the place.
What?
My
This is where it all
mind
happened,
would
kid.
explode.
These floors are the very same floors that I used to mop.
That
You
cash
missed the spot
register.
over there. And this kid lost all 6 of his olives. Okay,
All
I don't
6.
use my fame to get into places I'm not supposed to.
I don't know if you want to join
Usually.
Pennywise.
But this kid
Usually.
was so excited, and I used to work here, so I asked him,
What?
"Can I go in the back?" Which
He's
is
like,
probably
"Yeah, sure."
breaking a bajillion health code violations,
Is it?
but this kid didn't care. He let me in. It had been 3 years since I had been back there, and literally nothing had changed.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
I don't know if any of
I
you
believe
have
you.
ever
Nobody-
moved out
nobody
of your
gets paid
parents'
enough to
house,
care.
and then 3 years later you went back to visit and saw your childhood bedroom, but it was that sort of feeling. The chip
I don't
boxes
know
were
that
still in the
feeling.
same place. Inside the freezer, all the food was pretty much where I left it, and the bulletin board had all
don't
the same
change.
papers. One of the
Like,
papers was a
your job
list of all
replaces
the
you.
employees with their names and phone numbers, and that list was so old that it still had all of my old coworkers' names and numbers, and it
James.
even had my own name and number still on the sheet. It
should
had been
probably
crossed
cross
out,
that
but
out.
I still
Okay.
went, "Ah!" and I punched it out with a pencil. Maybe that's how my phone number got leaked. And
But
then
did
I
his phone
thought,
number get leaked?
I wonder if the other number is still here.
What
In
other
the very
number?
back of the room, there was this desk, and I got down on the gross unmopped
Ew,
floor,
oh.
and I scooted underneath the desk, and oh my gosh, it's still here.
What
when
is
I
it?
used to work there, one of my coworkers found the store's Wi-Fi password and wrote it down on the bottom side of the desk, so then everyone could watch Netflix instead of work. And
Wait,
the employee
did they
had
not
no
give
idea it was
employees the
there,
Wi-Fi
and he
password?
typed it into his phone, and it still worked. All right, don't
Pokemon
tell
Go.
people that I told you this. I said we can't
They
let
haven't
anyone
changed it?
know this secret. But then the place closed down, so now no
Oh.
one can get in trouble. Anyways,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna miss that place. It was gross, and I didn't
It was
love
gross.
working there, but in the end, it was the most memorable job I had as a teenager, as it was the only other job that I had.
My
It
first
formed
and last
a good
job.
work ethic, I
Nice.
made new friends, and I even got to eat free food sometimes. But now I might get sued for this video, so we'll see what
Nah,
happens.
no,
So
why would
now,
he get-
every time I
no.
walk into Sooubway with my non-service animal, a little part of me will be sad that my old Sooubway is in ruins. Okay, maybe it's not in ruins, but they'll probably turn it into a nail
Oh.
salon or something. Nothing
What-
lasts forever.
has he updated us on
so
what
it's
it
time
actually
to
got
give
turned into?
Sooubway a proper burial.
Wait, is he actually gonna show the Sooubway? Or no? Or is that actually James? Still, people be named James and there just be one person. I literally could have walked past him and had no idea it was him. Like I said, this is only the 4th video I've ever seen by him. Did he just spit it? He can't even eat Subway. Oh no. Oh no. Yeet. Is he gonna go bury it? I guess literally like the animation, he buried it, put it to rest. He is in Arizona, isn't he? I can feel the heat stroke. Just buried underneath a tree. But is that a plastic shovel? They have grass in Arizona? They have trees in Arizona? I thought it was all desert and cactus. Before I went to Texas, I had friends that live in Texas. I was like, instead of cutting your grass, you have to like rake your sand. You live in Austin. I got there, I was like, wow, everything's green. Oh God, it was funny. But then sometimes you just see sidewalk cactus and you just gotta accept that that's a reality. And there's lizards everywhere. He actually buried that sandwich. Actually buried. It's gone forever. You know, a coyote or something came along and had like found buried treasure. Saying what you eat makes who you are. Albert Einstein, not really. Spikes it. Spikes it. What the next video should be. Like I said, I read every single one of your comments. I hope you're having a wonderful day. There's gonna be 4 videos to go live today because I'm trying to do 100 videos this month, and this is one day I literally could not add a video onto because it's already at my max capacity. Because last night I had to edit. Well, I also had to record a death battle. I had to edit 3 videos, had to live stream for 2 hours, and go to the gym. Actually, working out twice yesterday, and then I also had to make 4 thumbnails as well. And then I had to read all the comments from all 4 videos today. So, Sooubway 4. He took his sweet time to get it out, and that's probably why it has 59 million views. And it's also the most extravagant thumbnail, so I'm not really sure if that's why, or maybe it's just because everybody's past the Sooubway stories. But that one kid just freaking out and recognized him. He's like, "You're James. You're the Sooubway guy." And he's like, "Yeah, this is a Sooubway. Your job it's the job I had." That would blow my mind. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Odd1sOut. New video will be out next Tuesday. Hopefully, patrons will get it on Monday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. But until the next video, take care and keep the music.
We were playing